All right, this is my final mock. I'm going to get one pick right for sure, and that's about it. But let's play the game. This is kind of my gut feeling. I do have one trade in it. I'm not going to try to guess throughout, but I do think Minnesota wants to move up. They may not, but I kind of think they accumulated a second first-round pick to move up, and I think I know who they like. So here we go. All right, first pick is easy. Chicago gets Caleb Williams. They've got really nice weapons. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Gerald Everett, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift. I think Ryan Poles has done a really good job. I was out on him early. He whiffed on a couple of receivers, Chase Claypool, Velus Jones. But we have to be fair in this business. His last 6 or 7 moves, I've loved all of them. Montez Sweat, we loved. Everybody else didn't. I think Ryan Poles is the GM for the future. Caleb's the quarterback for the future. That was an easy one. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels to Washington. That's what I've been told by a source I trust. I think Drake Maye may have a higher ceiling, but I think they go with a kid that can play. He's the Lamar Jackson. They've been watching him in Baltimore. Now they get their Lamar Jackson. Highly productive. Lots of starts, beautiful deep ball, Terry McLaurin, Cliff Kingsbury. He can sort of hide that average O-line for the first couple of years. I think he's terrific. I have him at 2, and he's ready to play now. I think the Vikings are moving up, and I think they want Drake Maye, and I think they move up 2 first to get him. I think they're moving up somewhere to get him, and this is my guess. Listen, the kid had 26 TDs and 1 pick on 3rd and 4th downs. He's a little raw. So was Mahomes. So was Lamar. So was Jordan Love. So was Josh Allen. He's the youngest of 4 boys. That's a really good sign. He's never had elite weapons all over the field. He's had to elevate others. I think Drake Maye goes to the Vikings at 3. New England, by the way, goes back to 11. Cardinals take Marvin Harrison, arguably best player in the draft. They don't have a very good receiving core. It's Chris Moore, it's Michael Wilson, it's kind of guys. They have a tight end I like, a quarterback I love, a running back I like a lot. This rounds it out with a defensive coach. They've also got 3/3, another first. Harrison is money, as good a college receiver I've seen since maybe a Calvin Johnson, and now it's up to the Chargers. I think they want to move down. I don't think they'll get any takers. J.C. Latham is the right tackle of note in this draft. Plays like a bully, people mover. They call him violent hands. He's classic Harbaugh. I don't see him getting a receiver again in the first round. Quentin Johnston feels like a semi-miss to this point, and now we go to 6. I don't think they want the 4th quarterback. I think they're going to get a star receiver. They're paying Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors. Listen, the LSU's a receiver factory. He's a playmaker, led the nation in big-time catches, 34 catches of over 20 yards. So my guess is, a lot of these LSU receivers end up being really good and really productive in year 1. And they just have a lack of weapons now that Saquon Barkley is gone. Giants take Malik Neighbors. I think the Titans would move down and get another tackle, but Joe Alt's the best one right now at left tackle, a true left tackle, so I think they take him. Notre Dame, he's athletic. He was played a little defensive end, tight end in high school. Brian Kelly told us this week their only question was, could they put weight on him and get him over 300 pounds? I think he's really good. I don't know if he's Trent Williams good, but he's a very, very good left tackle. And again, if Will Levis is going to succeed, he can't do it on his back. They get a left tackle. I think Atlanta, Jarrett's a good defensive tackle, but he's getting up there in age. I think they go with Byron Murphy. They upgraded their offense in the offseason. They went and got Kirk Cousins. They got Darnell Mooney, Rondale Moore. They are stacked on offense. They're going defense, and I think they're going to go on the inside with a D tackle. I like Atlanta a lot. I think they win their division. I think they have great offensive pieces. I think they'll be one of the higher scoring offenses in the NFL. But to score, you need the ball. And to get the ball, you got to make stops. And they'll get a big guy inside. Bears had the fewest sacks in the league. I think they go with Dallas Turner, the edge out of Alabama. He's consistent. Listen, Alabama edges, Will Anderson, they do well in the NFL. And again, I think the Bears are more than talented on offense. And I think Matt Eberflus, head coaches make more than GMs, will pound on the table and say, listen, we got a corner in Jalen Johnson. We got Montez Sweat. You got to give me a complimentary edge rusher. And this kid's Alabama edge rushers in my life have done pretty well out of Nick Saban's program. Here we go. Jets take the smart decision. Offensive tackle, Oregon State, highest graded run blocker, Talisi Wonga out of Oregon State. Again, right tackle, you can move him inside. I don't want to hear about Brock Bowers. He's a tight end. He's very good. History is rough on tight ends in the first round. Even Kyle Pitts was a lock, and it hasn't worked out so far. They went and got 2 old tackles. Go get a young one. Go get a bedrock right tackle. This is the move to make. I'd take him at 10. Okay, the Vikings traded this pick to New England. They get a number 1 receiver in Rome Odunze. A grown-up, productive, ready to play. Got better every year with Michael Penix and Kalen DeBoer. Listen, New England has a million needs. They need draft capital and weapons. And I'd argue that right now is almost more valuable than a quarterback. And they may be a Jaden Daniels fan and he gets taken by Washington. I think it's circumstantial. I think they're going to sit and wait and to see who Washington takes. And if they take the quarterback they have higher graded, I think New England moves down and gets a wide receiver. I don't love wide receivers in the first round, but this kid's really good. I think the Broncos would trade back if they could, but if J.J. McCarthy falls to them, I think Sean Payton sees a guy that's got mobility, won a lot of games, had an NFL coach in college, so he's clearly coachable. He's used to hard coaching. I don't love J.J. McCarthy. A lot of decisions are split on this. I think it's too rich to draft Bo Nix or Michael Penix. J.J. McCarthy falls. I know there's this rumor everybody's moving up to get him. I think he'll be drafted at 12, which is much more appropriate for his skills. And I think the Raiders don't have the draft capital to move up. I don't think they're going to do it. Tom Telesco's history as a GM is not big swings moving up, and I think they take Penn State's tackle Olu Fashanu, who is a really good pass protector, doesn't play with enough physicality. Maybe Antonio Pierce brings that out of him. But again, I don't have a problem ever taking a tackle in the first round. Outside of center, the safest position to take in the first round in the last 20 drafts is tackle. Offensive line guys with fewer than any other positions. Wide receivers, tight end with more. Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.